What's up, Diamond Gang family? It is your boy True here, back again with yet another video. Back. And welcome back to my channel, you guys.
Oh, what you say? What you say?
Don't let the smooth taste fool you, baby.
So you guys, for today's video, I'm bringing you guys a story time because I have not given you guys one of these in a long time. So, as you guys can see by the title and that thumbnail, this is my story time on my Psycho X. Now y'all, this story is crazy. But yeah, I'm about to give y'all all the tea, everything that y'all need and want in a story time is about to be in this video. So yeah, that's what's on the agenda for today. Real quick, for those of you guys that are new here and this is your first time here on my channel, make sure you guys press that subscribe button and turn on that post notification bell that's right next to it. Make sure you guys are following me on my business Instagram so that you guys stay connected with me throughout my entrepreneur endeavors and be updated on my rebrand. And make sure that you guys are following me on all of my personal social media so that you guys can stay connected when I am not in front of the camera. And without further ado, let's jump into this video, guys. Alrighty, you guys, so if you guys have not already, at the end of this video, make sure that you guys go ahead and check out my reasons why I left Tennessee State University video, as well as my story time on me attempting suicide, so you guys can see what other actions I had to take in order to get rid of this person that we are talking about. So for the purpose of this video, we are going to name the other character. Let's name him Post-it Note. Why? I don't know. I just saw a Post-it Note sitting on my window and that's what we're gonna call him. So, me and Post-it Note met through Instagram back in like 2017. And I'm not gonna even lie to y'all, Post-it Note was not even my type of person to even like deal with. But for some reason I was just like, you know, I didn't really see it going nowhere for real. So I was just like, I'm bored, you're bored, probably, let's just do it. So, me and Post-it Note was like DMing on Instagram and all this good stuff, and he just made himself seem like he was just so sweet and innocent and he didn't really do nothing. Like I was asking him about like some of his other relationships. Like now, when I met Post-it Note, I had only one other relationship, like dude wise, so I was still like new to everything. But Post-it Note had been talking to dudes for a while. He had been, you know, gay for a little minute. So I was like, okay, so you like little experience with talking to dudes and stuff like that. So he made himself seem like he was like real sweet, real genuine, real cool. So I was like, okay, cool. That's kind of the, you know, the type of person that I tend to gravitate towards a little bit. So I'm like, we just gonna give this a try. So yeah, y'all. So boom, as time started to progress, I started seeing different sides of Post-it Note that I was just like not cool with. Like, if I would go out with my family or something and, you know, I was like gone for too long, he'd be blowing up my phone like,
you said you was out with your mama, I think you with the dude. You need to send me a picture of where you at because I don't think you with who you say you with.
Like little things like that. Like I'm posting on my Snapchat story. Post-it Note got me on Snapchat. He got me on Instagram. Like you got me on all social medias. You clearly can see where I'm at. Like it's not that hard. Cause everybody that knows me knows that when I go out somewhere, I'm posting constantly, taking pictures and stuff, or you know, I'm just like doing little Snapchat videos of my sister, or trying to get my mama on my Snapchat or something of that nature. I'm always on my camera basically. So I'm just like, whoa, like first off, Post-it Note, we only been going together like X amount of days. Cut your shit because I'm not with that. Like you're not finna try to control me to tell you where I'm going. Like I don't ask you where you going, I don't ask you who you with, so it should be the same way. Like, you know, respect the boundaries. Like, don't cross lines. So, yeah, you know, like I had explained that to him, and he like,
well, I'm gonna tell you the type of person that I am. Don't play with me, don't play with me.
And I'm like, look, let me tell you the type of person that I am, because what you're not gonna do is beat my attitude, period. So you might, like, you know, just bring it down. So he wanted to talk about some,
oh, I can show you better than I can tell you. I can show you better than I can tell you.
So this one gets real childish, y'all. Blocks my number and then starts calling me from no caller ID calls. I'm talking about like back to back. Just sitting there pressing it. Every time I'm not answering, pressing it again. Every time I'm not answering, pressing it again. Just letting them come in. So I'm like, you know what? Cool. Do what you want to do. Just leave me alone type shit. So yeah. So y'all, as he's doing this, you know, I'm like trying to text him like, can you stop with these prank calls? He gonna have the nerve to hit me with,
that's not me calling you. I don't know who's calling you.
whole time I'm just thinking like, you must think I was born yesterday because you just got mad at me for some shit I just said. Now all of a sudden it's not you calling me. So boom. Then I get on Snapchat. I'm seeing my number all over his Snapchat story talking about something.
Y'all go prank call this BAN because he got me effed up.
So I text him back. I'm like, so that's the games we finna be on. You go post numbers when you get mad. Like, how old are we? Like, let's act your age. Mind you, Post Note is only a year younger than me. Like, not even a year younger than me. He like a couple of months younger than me type John. So just keep that in mind. So I'm like, this is what we do. Like, you want to act your shoe size instead of your age. Got you. So I started blocking him on my stuff too, because you got me blocked. I'm not finna keep you on my stuff. So whatever you want to do is fine, but you're not finna do it, you know, while I can watch you doing it. Like, no, because now I got your game. So I start reporting his stuff or whatever. Like, you not finna post my number, A, because I don't know who you got on your stuff. Folks not finna be randomly calling me. So we not doing that. So I block him. He wanna start hitting me with emails, bruh. I'm talking about emails. How is you finding emails? First off, this dude had like 4 emails. And like, I'm a insert some of the pictures of the emails he would send me, but he would be sending me emails, dog, talking about some
you blocking me is not hurting my feelings, it's just hurting you because you finna reap what you sow.
Bro, we had only been going together like 3 days by this time. I kid you not. This was like I met him the week before Thanksgiving. So just keep that in mind. It been like not even a week, bro. I met him on the 17th of November. I went home on the 19th of November. So that was like 2 days between the time that all of this happened. So, I'm like, okay, whatever, like, ignoring his emails. He's steady sending the emails talking about some,
you scared, I'ma get you, I'ma teach you a lesson. By the time this is over with today, you gonna know not to play with me.
So I was just like, okay, whatever, do what you want to do. I don't care. So it was like, you doing all of this, you just opened up your spot for the next person. So that's exactly what was happening. I was pulling the next person in because you want to act up. Cool, you go act up on your own time. Somebody else is ready to take your spot, and that's fine. So, boom. Days go by. Post Note decides he want to start acting, you know, better. So, he like,
oh, I just want to apologize for my actions the other night.
So, I stopped him right there. I'm like, what you mean your actions the other night?
I'm like, bitch, hold on. Press pause.
And so, he want to get quiet and get this little goofy look on his face. So, I asked again, what do you mean your actions from the other night? So, he like,
did you say people was prank calling you?
Whoa. Because didn't you tell me that they had nothing to do with you because you wasn't the one that was calling me? So how you know people was, how is it now all of a sudden your actions, but you wasn't the one that was doing it? So I was like, so when you told me they had nothing to do with you, you was the one that was behind it. Is that what you telling me? And he like, no,
just forget it, baby. I'm sorry, I didn't even mean to bring it up.
No. I'ma forget it, but I'ma keep that in the back of my head that was you. So the next time it happened, I know who to come to. Got it. So I'm like, okay, cool, it is what it is, you know, it's whatever. So I was going to my daddy house to go back to school. I had spent the night over there at my daddy house, and I guess because Post Note had my location, he realized that I was in a different location than my mama house. Because both my parents live in the same state, they just live on 2 different sides of town. So, he's like texting me, blowing me up. I'm talking about blowing me up, dog. Talking about something.
Why your location say you in a different place? You better not be with no nigga. As a matter of fact, I'm finna FaceTime you, and if I find anybody in there, you getting exposed today.
So I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? I'm sitting on the couch, G, with my dad. Like, we was eating, I think we was eating like Burger King or something at that night. And like, we literally sitting there just chilling, talking, kicking it type shit. Like me and my daddy do anytime we get together. We just be chilling, kicking it, talking type stuff. So I'm like, what are you talking about? So my phone starts ringing, dog. So I pick it up. I'm like, hello?
Let me see what you doing.
So I flip the camera. I show him my little double stack that I was eating with my vanilla Dr. Pepper, or maybe it was root beer. Either way, it was some drink. And I had my fries, in my lap because Burger King fries is my favorite. And I started, paying in the living room. I'm like, I'm sitting right here with my daddy. We kicking it. We watching Rush Hour, I think is what we was watching. And we was just cooling. Don't get this little goofy look on his face talking about some.
Oh, well, I was just confused because your location said that you were somewhere else, and it's been the same this whole week.
First off, my G, mind your business.
You in my business? Don't do that.
Because where I go is my business, and where you go is your business. First off, we in two different states. Mind your business, because what you gonna do? Come to me? What you gonna do? Come at me? Because how you gonna get here? Alright, y'all. So time starts progressing, and we are back in classes, and things are kind of going okay for a little bit. Then I don't know, out of the blue, like somewhere around like January-ish, like the end of January, early February, he just like got this like mindset where just like everything that I did would just like make him mad. Like if I told him that I had to call him back because I had something to do, he'd be like, you lying. Don't worry about it because you'll be exposed by the time you call me back. And I'm just like, what is this exposing mindset that you have? Like, why are you so connected with exposing people? Like, that's so childish. So boom, I remember I was in the library late night for some reason, and he just starts blowing up my phone. I'm telling him, like, I cannot talk to you. I am in the library. I will call you back when I get to my room. He's like,
show me you in the library.
First off, I'm sitting in front of a bookshelf. Yeah, I don't got no bookshelf in my dorm. Ain't no bookshelf in the student center. Ain't no bookshelf in the cafeteria. So where the hell am I at? So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I flipped the camera, show him the bookshelf. I'm like, bro, you starting to really get like psycho, and I'm not really messing with it. Like, we only been at this for like 2 months. Cut your shit. Like, it's not that serious. You feel me? So he like,
oh, you want to show out in front of your friends? You trying to show out? You trying to be funny? You trying to be funny?
I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? So I just let him talk. So boom, he starts back with the prank calls after he just told me he wasn't gonna be doing that no more, right? So I'm like, oh my god, okay, whatever. So finally I got fed up. So I called my mom. I'm like, hey, do I have to pay anything to get my number changed, or can I just switch it? And she was like, let me call Verizon and see basically what I would have to do to. She was like, just let me call Verizon and see what I have to do, and then if they say, it's free for you to change it, then you can go ahead and change it. I was like, alright, bet. So about, I don't know, 10 minutes go by, my mom texted me and she was like, hey, you can go ahead and change it. They said you get 2 free changes before you have to pay for the third one. I'm like, alright, bet. So I go ahead and change my number on his head, like straight changed it, and I just started giving it out to the people who needed it. Bruh, so I'm good about 2-3 days, y'all. Day 4 comes by, I get a text message from this dude number. Mind you, I just changed my number. I get a text message. He talking about something.
You thought you could change your number on me, but I found you.
And I'm like, bro, what? Like, how did you find my number change? First off, you don't even live in my city. So how did you find my number? So I'm asking him constantly, like, how did you get my number? Like, I told you, I don't want no dealings with you. Like, after the last time you pulled the stuff in the library, I was like, I told you I was finished. And now you still coming back. Like, I'm so confused. So he like,
don't worry about how I got your number, just know I got connections.
How you got connections and you ain't never been to my city? 1. 2, that's weird for you to be having connections on somebody that you've only been talking to. You ain't never met me in person for real. You, like, all you done is see me on FaceTime. So where are these connections that you have on me? Like, that was so weird. So like right then I was like, okay, that's a red flag that I'm not trying to deal with, right? So I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I was like, you got my number. I was like, but I honestly don't want you to have it. So I was like, right now, I suggest that you do not fuck up, because if you do, I'm taking this number back. And I promise you I'll change it again. And you won't find it this time. Because I don't know how you found it the first time. So he like,
I'm sorry, baby, I'm not gonna mess up. I'ma do right.
Really? Because I'm not buying it. Like, I just wasn't buying it, yo. So we make it to the summertime. Now, if you guys seen my reasons why I left Tennessee State University story, then you guys know exactly where these events are leading up to. So, this was about July. So, this was probably about July 9th. And I had woke up that morning. It was one of my friend's birthday. And so I shouted her out. So I shouted her out and I was like, you know, happy birthday, friend. Miss you, love you. Hope today is a good day or whatever I said. So, he got mad because he saw the post. And he was like,
oh, so you can shout out your friends on their birthday, but when it was my birthday, you didn't want to shout me out.
Now, mind you, his birthday was in December. We started communicating, I would say, in November. I had only known him like 2 weeks. Why would I be posting you on my stuff and I only know you 2 weeks? Make it make sense. Like, why would I be posting you, telling you happy birthday, whatever the hell you wanted me to call you, and I only been talking to you for like 2 weeks, but you wasn't even a friend. I didn't even think we was, like, in my mind, like I already said, I did not even see us going far. You know what I mean? Like, I already had that vibe, like, yeah, this not gonna work. So I'm like, that's my friend. We've been friends since, you know, like, my junior year of high school. Like, of course I'm gonna shout her out type of thing. Like, that's my homegirl. And he like,
oh, so that's the games you want to play. That's the games you want to play. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to even expose you. I'm going to do something worse.
Okay. So, I'm like, okay. So, now y'all. So, he went, found my freak Twitter, took all the pictures off of there, put them into a collage, and started sending them to people that I was in college with. So then, people started, but it was not from his Twitter account, because he didn't have a Twitter account. He used his friend's Twitter.
Listen, y'all gonna leave me the fuck alone. For real. Please. Leave me alone.
His friend, however, followed me on Twitter, was commenting on my stuff constantly, retweeting me, having conversations with me, also adding me on Snapchat, making it seem like you just wanted to be my friend, type of junk. You get me? Okay, boom. So, he starts going off this Twitter, and I can't remember what the Twitter name was, and I still think that the page is still following me, so I'm not going to even expose that page because they honestly didn't know what was going on until they started seeing everything. So, yeah, I'm not going to even expose that. But, yeah, so, boom. And I'm talking about the whole day, y'all. I'm getting random people that I didn't even talk to when I was on campus, that I didn't even know went to my college, type of junk. Just DMing me like, oh my God, do you know what's going on? Are you okay? Somebody sending pictures of you. And I'm like, whoa, wait. Like, who is this bold? You feel me? So they're like sending me screenshots. I'm not going to post the screenshots on here because I'm not trying to get blocked or anything. But yeah, because like they was like very revealing pictures. And I'm like, looking at him, and I'm like, oh my God, like this is not for real right now, like you feel me? So then boom, next thing you know, it starts being this hashtag that just starts going around. And I'm just like, which I mentioned in my TSU, in my reasons why I left video. But yeah, so I started seeing this hashtag, and I'm just like, what is everybody talking about? Whole time, y'all, they talking about me, and I never knew it. And I'm just like, oh my God, so you're gonna, like, you really stoop down this low over what? Over literally nothing. So I'm like irritated. Like when I say I'm irritated, I started shaking. I'm like crying profusely because like in my mind it's go time. Like I want to beat you the hell up. Like it's go time. And I'm really upset because I can't get to you. Because mind you, I live in Tennessee, he lived in Texas. So I can't physically get to you. So that it's like my adrenaline starts to rush because it's like now I owe you this whooping that you need to take. You know what I mean? So I started texting him and I'm like, my first words in capital letters was, you got me all the way effed up. And I'm about to tell you why. So I sent this long paragraph. He sends back, literally, I wish I still had these messages, dog. Because on my grandma's grave, they will be right here on this screen. He texts me back, right hand to the man. He texts me back and said,
I told you I was gonna do you worse.
After everything that I had done for this dog G, I did his homework. I helped him pass his finals. I helped him with projects. I was up profusely hours giving this man attention to help him get through. Because he's sitting there crying to me talking about so he had so much on his plate. I knew my course load was not that hard. So I'm helping you putting myself behind, trying to pull me and you out of, you know, the waters, so we can both succeed. And this how you want to play? My nigga, I'm the reason why you got to where you, like, I'm the reason why you got to the next level in college. Because if it wasn't for me, you would have still been behind. So I'm like going in on him. I'm like, I cannot believe you would do some dirty stuff like this. Like, who in their right mind thinks that this is okay to do to a person? So, like, I start just breaking down, because at that point, I'm like, bruh, I cannot believe this right now. Like, this is like my whole entire body, like, for the world to see. Like, granted that I had my page, but my page was private, and it was only people who I knew really was on my junk. So I was comfortable with that, you know what I mean? But like, you send it to people on your friends list, you send it to my family, you send it to people on my family's friends list. Like, people are seeing my entire body, and you're cool with this. Wait, like, you don't do stuff like that. So that happened, and right then and there, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm about to show you better than I can tell you that I'm completely finished, and you're gonna see that. Like, I am done. So yeah, y'all. So time goes by, and I'm meeting with all types of people in my city. I'm talking about caseworkers. I'm meeting with district attorneys. I'm meeting with lawyers. All types of stuff. Because I'm like, I'm suing the hell out of this man. Like, I called around like for weeks trying to figure out basically what the best route to go as far as like filing a charge, to figure out like what was the best charge to put on this man. So they told me the best thing to do was to put a revenge porn case out, which I never had heard of before. I didn't even know that that was a thing. So basically, the lady who I spoke with, she was amazing. She basically like talked to me, and she was like, so yeah, this is what we can do. She was like, I'm going to give you this packet. I need you to fill out this packet in detail on everything. She's like, I need you to list people who you know for a fact will come in and can testify if this does go to a trial, and some more stuff. So I'm like, okay, cool. But yeah, so I'm like, I start putting them down, and I'm texting them as I'm putting them down, and I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna give you a heads up, y'all might be getting a call from like a district attorney. I said, it's nothing serious. I said, I just need y'all to verify the fact that if I have to go to trial over what happened on Twitter, you know, y'all got me. And they was like, oh yeah, for sure. So I'm like, cool, bet. I'm like, and if y'all continue to get anything, just keep it, send it to me or whatever, and then y'all can delete it, because you know I'll have it. So, yeah, so everybody is on board with me at this point. So boom, things come around. August 1st, I get a call, and they were like, we need you to, no, August 1st, yeah, August 1st, I got a call, and they were like, come to the courthouse. I'm like, okay, cool. So I get on the bus, and I drive to the courthouse, and, well, not drive, but I ride to the courthouse, and I get there, and I meet with the, protection court officer or whatever he was, and I fill out the protection court papers. They granted me my protection order of protection, that's what it's called, and I had to come to court on September the 18th to get that finalized. So within the time I went from August the 1st, I believe, to September 18th, I am still getting, this man is still contacting me constantly. And I'm like telling him, like, you need to leave me alone. Like, for like the police officers telling me, like, you know, just tell him, like, you know, if he contacts you, you're calling the police, and then, you know, don't say anything else after that. So I'm texting exactly what the officer is telling me, you know, like, tell him, like, I will call the police, you need to leave me alone. So every time he contacted me, I sent the message, I called the officers out, they made him out. Y'all, when I tell you it was like 130 something different contact ways that he tried on me, tried on my friends, it was so many to the point where like, when I was in the order of protection office, like the judge was looking through the file that they had made, and the file was like this thick. I kid y'all not, bro. And it was just like all types of just messages that my friends had like sent in, that he was sending. And I was just like, this is so ridiculous. So yeah, y'all, eventually I ended up getting the order of protection, and since then I haven't heard from him, and I don't really care what he's doing with his life. Honestly, truly, he could fall off a cliff, and I would hope that they wouldn't call me to ask for a blood transfusion. But yeah, y'all. But yeah, you guys, that is basically all I have for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed this video, which I hope you did, make sure that you guys leave this video a thumbs up, as well as comment down below any of the videos that you guys would like to see. If you guys have not already, make sure that you guys press that subscribe button and turn on that post notification bell that's right next to it. Make sure that you guys will follow me on my business Instagram so that you guys to stay connected with me throughout my entrepreneur endeavors and my rebrand coming up very soon. And make sure that you guys will follow me on all of my personal social media so that you guys to stay connected with me when I'm not in front of the camera. And without further ado, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.
What we do here is go back.